Hey, welcome back to RamZland. Today I want to show you how to use these miniature Tesla coils to launch a 2-liter bottle rocket. Check this out. So for this investigation, I'm using a ring stand that has the same diameter as a 2-liter pop bottle. I'm using a couple of different caps, a screwdriver, this is a rubber stopper that I'm going to put in the end of the cap, a couple of small galvanized screws, and I'm using that miniature Tesla coil that I showed you, and I'm using 91% isopropyl alcohol. Okay, the first step is to take those 2 screws and to create a spark gap on the neck of the bottle. So you're going to take one screw and you're going to screw it in right here, and you're screwing this in all the way, and then turn it the other way and take the other screw and screw it in all the way here. So if you look inside there, there's just a little tiny gap between the screws. And that's the spark gap to ignite the propanol vapors inside the bottle. Now the second step has to do with the cap. You want to take the original cap or a stronger one like this and drill a hole that's smaller than the opening of the bottle. This is going to increase vapor pressure and in turn thermal expansion, which will increase thrust. And then find a little rubber stopper that'll fit in the hole that you made. And that's going to go right on the end of the bottle. So it should look like this. You've got your screws there, you've got a hole in the cap, and something to plug it. Okay, and now you're ready to set up your rocket base. I'm using this ring stand to direct the trajectory of the 2-liter bottle. And then I'm using some plastic cups over here just to raise it at a level so that those screws are close to my Tesla coil here so that it can conduct an arc of plasma that'll reach these screws and jump between that spark gap inside, thereby igniting the propanol vapors inside the bottle. Okay, now before you add any propanol, you want to test to see if your plasma from your Tesla coil will have an arc that will jump close enough to the screws to go between the spark gaps. So we're going to try that right now. Okay, so you saw that jet of fire come out of the bottle, but the bottle didn't launch. Why not? That's because it didn't have the cap on it. And we drilled that small hole in the cap and we plug it with this rubber stopper so that we don't lose vapor pressure. And during thermal expansion, when the exhaust port is smaller, it creates more thrust and will launch the bottle. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so when you're ready to load your rocket, you're going to take 91% isopropyl alcohol, and you're just going to put a tiny bit of propanol in here. You don't need a lot. And then you're going to put your cap on. Make sure the plug's on it because you don't want to lose vapor pressure. And you're going to roll it around in the bottle. And when you roll it, you're increasing the surface area of the alcohol so it vaporizes more quickly. And get it all around the neck, around those screws. So you just build up as much vapor pressure in here as you can. And then you're ready to try your first launch. And I think it's all vaporized. I don't see any more drops of alcohol. I think we're ready. So even after several launches, my cap is still in shape, my little stopper's doing just fine. Bottle is definitely reusable, but I'm curious about how far this will travel. So I'm gonna take it to the gymnasium and we're gonna see how far it'll go. Check this out. Okay, I'm here in the gymnasium. We're set up on the baseline. We wanna see if we'll fly all the way to the other side of the gym. Here we go. hope you enjoyed today's edition of RamZland, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this presentation, be sure to remember to like and subscribe,